Anyway mga kabarya, sa video nating ito tatalakayin natin ang PSE IPO update or initial public offering ng ating Philippine stock market. Ngayon ay December 15, 2021.
Saka dito pala guys sa ating Kabarya Avenue PH YouTube channel, sinishare natin yung ating experience at dinodocument yung ating pag-aaral sa mga nakita nating pangmasang Pinoy investment at potential digital assets in investment na pwede tayong kumita kagaya ng stock market, Pag-ibig MP2 Savings and Investment Program, GCash Investment, cryptocurrencies and altcoins gaya ng Bitcoin, Cardano, Dogecoin, Binance, Litecoin, Chainlink and Ethereum at iba pang pangmasang Pinoy investment. Kaya guys, kung trip at korsonada mo ng ganitong mga content, pwede mo ring pindutin yung red subscribe button dyan sa baba para ma-update ka pa ng ating mga latest na ina-upload na video tungkol sa ating pag-aaral ng mga pangmasang Pinoy investment at potential digital assets in investment naman. Alright, bago natin umpisahan guys, huwag nyo palang kalimutang basahin yung disclaimer na nasa screen ng ating video.
Okay guys, ladies and gentlemen, sa video nating ito tatalakayin natin ang mga stock balitang ating nakalap ngayong Miyerkules, December 15, 2021 para sa ating PSE Stock Market Philippines. Kaya kung ready na kayo, let's jump in! Alright, una nating stock balita para sa mga PSE IPO enthusiasts natin from Business World dated December 7, 2021. PSE approves 1.77 billion pesos IPO or Initial Public Offering of Figaro Coffee Group. Basahin natin at alamin. Figaro Coffee Group Incorporated FCG has received the go signal from the Philippine Stock Exchange PSE for its 1.77 billion pesos Initial Public Offering IPO subject to post-approval conditions. Food brands under Figaro Coffee Group include Figaro Coffee, Angel's Pizza, Taiyen's Mas Taiwanese Cuisine, TFG Express, and Cafe Portofino. The exchange approved the application of FCG for the initial listing of up to 5,011,005,003 common shares with a par value of 10 centavos per share under the main board of the exchange, which includes the shares subject of the company's IPO, the PSE said in a listing notice on Monday. Figaro will offer to the public 1.26 billion common shares for up to 1 pesos and 28 centavos apiece, with an over-allotment option of 126 million shares. The company aims to price its shares on Friday, December 10. Assuming the over-allotment option is exercised, its estimated public float will stand at 27.66%. Figaro's post-IPO market capitalization may stand at 6.41 billion pesos. The company aims to conduct its offer period from December 16 up to December 22, while its tentative listing date is on December 31 under stock symbol FCG. The exchange approval of the conduct of the IPO and listing of the company's shares is subject to its compliance with all of the post-approval conditions and requirements of the exchange, the PSE said. Figaro plans to use net proceeds of the IPO to fund its store openings and renovations, finance the expansion of its commissaries, debt repayment, IT infrastructure developments, and for potential acquisitions. For the offer of the company engaged Abacus Capital and Investment Corporation, China Bank Capital Corporation, and PNB Capital and Investment Corporation as joint issue managers, joint lead underwriters, and joint book runners, reported by Karen Concepcion G. Balmonte. At silipin natin saglit itong homepage ng Figaro Coffee Group Incorporated. Pwede ninyong bisitahin itong website nila. I-type lang ninyo ang link ng figaro.ph. Okay? Ito yung homepage nila. Pwede rin ninyong alamin dito yung about the company, yung kanilang company profile, board and management, company structure. Sa brand naman, nandito yung Figaro Coffee, Angel's Pizza, Taiyen's Mas Taiwanese Cuisine, at itong Figaro Group Express. Governance, nandito yung manual and policies, at saka yung board of committees. Dito naman sa investors, pwede ninyong tingnan yung IPO, financial reports, disclosure, meeting, at itong IR program. At ang panghuli, pwede ninyong tingnan itong news sa kanilang mga press release at ang news article na nangyayari o nagaganap dito sa ating Figaro Group Coffee Incorporated. At pwede rin ninyong i-download sa kanilang website from Investor IPO itong PDF copy ng kanilang Figaro Initial Public Offering or IPO para malaman pa ninyo yung karagdagang impormasyon pa nito. Okay, regarding pa rin sa IPO ni Figaro from Philippine Stock Exchange PSE, subject Figaro Coffee Incorporated Initial Public Offering IPO, revised timetable of activities. Nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa mga date schedule nito, kaya alamin natin. In relation to Figaro Coffee Group Incorporated, FCG or the company proposed initial public offering. In a letter dated December 10, 2021, its joint issue managers, joint lead underwriters, and joint book runners have advised the exchange that in deference to the upcoming holiday season, specifically to ensure the timely completion of the documentary requirements of the investing public for the offer, the revised timetable of the offering activities is as follows. The pricing date has been moved from December 10, 2021 to December 22, 2021. Offer period will be January 10 up to January 14, 2022 with target listing date of January 24, 2022 instead of the originally disclosed offer period of December 16 up to December 22, 2021 and listing date of December 31, 2021. The exchange will advise the investing public of further developments of the company's offer for your information and guidance. Okay, next nating stock balita update para pa rin sa mga PSE enthusiast natin o para sa mga interested ng initial public offering ng stock sa ating Philippine market. From Philstar Global, dated December 6, 2021. House stock receives PSE approval for January 17 IPO or initial public offering. Alamin natin ang description ng IPO ni HTI. House stock HTI 1 peso and 50 centavos preliminary IPO per share. The residential real estate developer owned by the Madlambayan family filed for the November IPO but was just approved by the PSE for a January 17th IPO. Nothing about the offer appears to have changed. HTI still plans to sell 500 million common shares at up to 1 peso and 50 centavos per share for an estimated post-transaction public float of 26%. This would give HTI a post-money market cap of approximately 3.8 billion pesos. HTI plans to use the majority of the proceeds, 64% on the land acquisition for future projects, with 30% going to existing project development and a small remainder to general working capital. Disbursement of proceeds for the land acquisition is planned between year 2022 and year 2024. Honestly, halos ngayon ko lang din narinig o napag-alaman itong HTI company. Kaya alamin muna natin yung brief summary ng history of the company. Housestock Incorporated was established in year 2004 by the Madlambayan family. The company was registered with the Security and Exchange Commission on June 21, 2004 under the name Housestock Project Managers Incorporated. The primary purpose of the company is to engage in the business of general construction in builders of all kinds of houses, homes, building structures, edifices of all kinds whatsoever, roads, bridges, and in general, all kinds of vertical and all horizontal construction works, including subdivision, and in the connection with the above purposes to enter into all kinds of contracts, singly or jointly with any other persons, juridical or otherwise, builders or consultants for the aforesaid works, for real estate development, and generally to perform any kinds of acts connected with the business above stated or incidental thereto, including the hiring or employment of architects, engineers, consultant, and other personnel to carry on the business of the company. In general, ang business field ng Housestock Incorporated ay purely real estate development at design and build construction works. Tuloy natin. On June 7, 2017, the Securities and Exchange Commission approved the change in corporate name of the company from Housestock Project Managers Incorporated to Housestock Incorporated. The company is ultimately managed and supervised by its board of directors. The company's executive officer provide the company's board of directors the appropriate information and documents concerning the company's business operations, financial condition, and results of operation for its review and decision for short-term and long-term plan of action, pursuant to the company's latest amended Article of Incorporation approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission on June 7, 2017. The board shall consist of 7 members, of which 2 are independent directors. At makikita natin dito sa table yung mga members of the board, directors, and executive officers of the company. At ang nakakahanga, halos lahat ng executive members, they are all Filipinos. And we are proud to be Pinoy. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. At nandito tayo sa homepage ng Housestock Incorporated, HTI. Pwede ninyong bisitahin itong website nila para sa inyong karagdagang impormasyon. I-search lang ninyo yung link na hti.com.ph. At dito sa kanilang website, makikita ninyo sa top upper menu at pwede ninyong bisitahin yung kanilang home, corporate governance, company disclosures, press materials and news, at itong investor relations. At dito sa homepage ng Housestock, pwede naman ninyong tingnan yung kanilang our company at itong kanilang our business. Nandito rin yung kanilang projects. Meron silang SView Homes number 3, SView Residence Premier, Southview Homes number 3, Southview Homes Santa Rosa, at itong Southview Homes Calindola. At pangalawa sa top upper menu, corporate governance. Nandito naman yung Manual on Corporate Governance, Code of Business Conduct and Ethics, Annual Corporate Governance Report, Board Committees, Corporate Social Responsibility, Enterprise Risk Management, and Company Policies. Pangatlo sa top upper menu, Company Disclosures. Nandito naman yung kanilang SEC filings at napapaloob dito yung Housestock Incorporated and its subsidiary AFS 2020. Nandito rin yung House GIS 2021 at itong prospectus. Pangalawa, notice of the annual and special stockholders meetings, at makikita rin ninyo yung minutes of all general and special stockholders meeting. At ang panghuli, itong other disclosures of SEC, PSE, and other pertinent agencies. At pang-apat sa top upper menu, materials and news. Pwede naman ninyong basahin dito yung kanilang Housestock Bears IPO plans. At ang panghuli sa top upper menu sa website ng ating House Stock Incorporated or HTI, nandito yung Investors Relations. Pwede naman ninyong basahin dito yung kanilang Investors Relations Program at yung Share Information. Okay? At pwede rin ninyong i-download sa kanilang website from Company Disclosures Prospectus itong PDF copy ng HTI IPO or Initial Public Offering para malaman pa ninyo yung karagdagang impormasyon nito. At huling stock balita update nating nakalap para sa mga IPO topics from Philstar Global dated December 7, 2021. Vistaland confirms plans for REIT IPO or Real Estate Investment Trust Initial Public Offering in year 2022. Vistaland's clarification disclosure confirm BLL's plans to IPO a REIT composed of office assets in year 2022. The Villar family-owned company said that these plans are subject to market money, commercial money, and legal money considerations. The article mentioned that REIT would be spun out of BLL. Maganda rin itong plano ng Villar family na ipasok sa Real Estate Investment Trust si Vistaland dahil marami na rin tayong nasaksihang stock REIT IPO sa ating Philippine stock market at halos namamayagpag ang mga REIT stock natin dahil maraming interested na investors, lalo na kung maganda ang percentage annual dividend nito. Okay? At bago tayo matapos, alamin muna natin ang kaganapan sa ating PSE market from ABS-CBN News dated December 11, 2021. PSEI ends week in red but posts first weekly gain in 1 month. Okay, i-play natin at panoorin itong video update from ABS-CBN News. The PSE index ends the truncated trading weekly in the red but still manages to post its first weekly gain in a month. Michelle Ong reports. I-play natin. 1, 2, 3.
Most Asian markets followed Wall Street lower on Friday ahead of the release of U.S. inflation print. Philippine shares were no exception, with the index shedding 0.6% for the day, but still managing to post its first weekly gain in 4 weeks as Omicron variant fears eased. Net foreign selling, though, persisted for the week to the tune of 1.2 billion pesos. First Metro Securities Aaron Sai is more cautious, saying upside is now limited for the Philippine equities market.
Looking at the charts, the drop on November 29, recently, created what we call a gap down. And when there is a gap, though not always, the upper and lower boundaries of the gap, in this case a gap down, become possible resistance levels for the market. So the PSEI yesterday went past the 7,202 resistance from the gap's lower boundary. Today, the market is opening lower, but let's see if the market can break above the 7,263 upper boundary of the gap. If it can close above it with volume, if it can close above 7,263 with volume, then it might be possible that it can challenge the recent time.
Sai adds the Philippines, like most smaller markets, takes its cue from Wall Street, and the prospects are not too bright for the U.S. market. In corporate stories, BPI is looking to raise at least 5 billion pesos from the issuance of peso fixed-rate bonds, its fourth tranche from its 100 billion peso bond program. Proceeds will be used for general corporate purposes, including refinancing. The bonds will have a tenor of 2 years with offer period set for January 6 to 21 next year and listing on January 31st. Meanwhile, the Figaro Group, confident improved market sentiment and brighter prospects for the F&B segment, will support its upcoming IPO, undaunted by the lackluster IPO day performance of the just-listed Medilines. Group Chairman Justin Liu also banking on consumers spending more smartly with focus on quality over price and on health, rewarding themselves with good food during the weekends.
We're not in the market timing game, but as you can see, there are a lot of companies going public now. The investor reception is very good. Global markets in the US and even the Philippines have recovered quite well. And we see a very good future for the for the food and beverage industry in the Philippines.
Liu shares, out of the group's 5 brands, it's Angel's Pizza that's bringing in the biggest growth. And speaking of listings, the SEC has just approved the 15 billion peso debt securities program of A-REIT and the 500 million peso commercial papers program of Cityland. For A-REIT, it may issue the bonds in 1 or more tranches within 3 years. The first tranche will comprise of up to 3 billion pesos in fixed-rate bonds due 2023. The proceeds to be used to refinance debt and partially finance the acquisition of the 30th in Pasig City. Meanwhile, Cityland plans to use the proceeds from its offer to partially finance the construction of One Premier, a 27-story commercial and residential condo project in Las Piñas. Michelle Long, ABS-CBN News.
Alright, at yan ang ating mga nakalap na PSE Stock Balita Update ngayong Wednesday, December 15, 2021. Magkita ulit tayo sa ating kasunod na video. Once again, have a great day ahead, always stay safe, and God bless. Hanggang sa muli!